So we're going to go into the next phase of this, which is the over-under. So we covered multiple strings of passes from the kill position, both gi and no gi. Obviously tonight's going to be the no gi variation of the over-underhook pass. Tomorrow when we come in, it will be the gi variation of the over-underhook pass. So we'll cover both of those. Now, we're backing up a little bit. We were talking about all the various passes that we can flow into, but it all stems from that kill position. And for the most part, we wound it up coming to this knee cut position right here, okay? Which is pretty much the position we're going to fall back to for this. This is where everything kind of has a tendency to go awry on us. All right. When we hit this knee cut position, they can do a couple of things. They can form frames off the shoulders. Okay. They can build up. They can form frames off the knee, and they can start to push. So if he addresses the knee with his hands, he addresses both hands on the knee. This is where we wind up finding ourselves in that position where my knee just got pushed off of his, and I'm kind of compromised right here. Okay, so we're gonna fall back from everything that we've done off of this long step or long slide, falling right back off of that into just our knee cut position. So as a quick warm up, what I want you guys to do is make sure that you're in the proper position. So we're gonna get to kill, gonna isolate the leg. Hand's gonna come inside, we're gonna high side the hip, block the high side hip. Okay, when I say high side the hip, I mean right here, because we know we're gonna pinion this way, and I wanna block my elbow to block my knee, to hit the knee, block his knee, elbow at the knee, pinning down, and notice where my head went. Okay, it's down, blocking that high side shoulder because my forearm is blocking the high side hip. And I want my hand right here for now. Later, when we're talking about no gi, we can grab as much of the gi right here as we want, but I want it right here because if we want to punch into that underhook, we can, or if we want to block right here, we can. Now partners, when they do this, go ahead and secure both hands on the apex of the knee right here. Because where we're going in just a minute, pushing off the knee, gonna hip out, okay? As soon as he pushes off the knee, he's gonna hip away from me, and this is kind of where I wind up right here. He defeated the knee cut position. Close. So for starters, get yourself back in the habit. Getting in here to your kill position, compress, arms inside. We pin and notice my elbow. I come down and form that V. Right arm is on the hip. Right knee is on the knee, or on the leg. Okay? Hand is right here over the top of the knee. All right, and then go back. So again, we're in that kill position, holding tight. Hand comes inside, working down. Dig that head up. Try to get up underneath here. Knee to elbow, hand on the knee, shin covering the shin, or shin covering the thigh. You got it? Everybody see it? You can't see it. Tell me to go again. You got it? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Here, block the hip, and I'm down. Elbows down, knees down, heads down. Remember, snail trail your face. Don't leave your head up. Okay? Hey, your head's down. You're good to go. Start lifting your head up. You're going to have a lot of problems. Now, what I want to happen here is I want my partner to react in a manner like he normally would, especially if they understand the importance of that knee penetrating past his knee line. This right here is the dangerous part. Once it penetrates past his knee line, I'm winning. We're pretty even right here, okay? So as he pushes off and gets that space, boom, there's the space. So what's gonna happen now is the knee's gonna hit, I'm gonna push back over with my elbow. So I'm pushing over with the high side hip on the elbow. This one's gonna come over the top. This one's gonna fade underneath. Okay, so now I'm in this solid over-under position. All right? Now, y'all are gonna mess up head position. Head is gonna go to the side, shoulder is gonna drive up and into the hip line. Now I can get a hold of the foot and I can start to move my foot around and work my way around. for the pass. All kind of depends on which way he's going to go. If he stays kind of flat on his back, it's a little bit easier. All right. If he scoots out to his hip and he turns all the way to his side, we're going to chase him, dragging my face on the far side of the mat. Okay. So here, block, down, head down. He pushes my knee back to the mat and I'm trying to chase. So I'm gonna come up underneath to try to push him over using my elbow. I walk. Now I take the overhook on this side. Underhook, this side. Head to chin or head to hand. Okay? Driving my body across. Weight is on the chest. Now I'm going to start walking. Depending on where he goes, I can chase. Heavy, heavy. For my eventual pass. Okay. Kill. High side block. Kill it down. He pushes off. Now, pushing off this foot. Lifting the leg. Chasing, chasing, chasing. Over, under. We got some problems. Okay? We got some big problems. So I need to keep this tight. Stay on it. I would like to connect the shin with my hand so that when I do come up, he can't straighten his leg. Now I can bring my knees and pin his leg. Pin his heel to his hamstring. Okay? Now I'm high side. Work my pass. Absolutely imperative that you don't let this leg come out. If you let the leg come out, we got problems. I start by pinning it with the hand, okay, and then I pin it with the left leg once I go over the top. Okay? Now, when you're doing this rep, if your partner gives you enough room to pull your leg out, go ahead and pull your leg out so they get some awareness of that. All right? This is not a speed-based pass. Let me reemphasize. When I get here, okay, if this takes 3 minutes to finish, it takes 3 minutes to finish. If it takes 30 seconds to pass, it takes 30 seconds to pass. I've got to have awareness on this left leg right here. Okay, so when I get up, I can't be like this and just let him do that. I have to stay aware of this left side leg. So when I'm up, notice I'm driving my knee to my elbow so he can't pick it out. Okay, I'm going to keep everything tight on that side. No matter where he goes, I chase. Staying favored on my left side. And I get the pass. Got it? All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit more technical, a little bit more difficult. Okay, you're in the advanced class. All right? Nobody's going to come around and make sure you do every little single part of it right. You wouldn't be here in this class if you weren't capable of doing it on your own. So we don't have enough coaches to come around and make absolutely certain you do every little single part of it right. That's in that 530 class. That's what happens there. That's all beginners. This is not a beginner class. If you want to do it right, pay attention. Okay? There's a whole sequence here, and you're not going to get it right by staring up into the ceiling, not paying attention, right? If you're having issues, watch. I demonstrate plenty of times. Okay? So from the kill, high side, kill the knee, and I'm blocking this knee. Absolutely imperative I'm not here picking my nose with this hand. Because if I'm holding up here, if I got my hand here and I'm not paying no attention, he shucks that knee out. Now we got some issues because he can operate with this leg and do whatever he wants to do. I got to catch it, even if he pushes me down. The reason this hand is here is because it's staged for the over portion of the over-under pass. The second, I'm blocking this knee from coming up and recovering. The second he pushes my knee off, boom. Am I ready for my over-under? Absolutely. I suck that knee in and I penetrate and I catch it. So now both of my legs have caught this leg. He ain't getting it back. I don't care if he pushes my head off, high sides that hip, whatever. I'm still holding it. Now I shoot my underhook on this side. My head goes down. My butt comes up. All my weight's in. Pull your right leg out. Get it out of there. No. No. He ain't going to get it out. There's my pass. Okay? Now, the lean. What's important about the lean and where I keep my pressure? I want him make him feel like a brick wall is inevitably going to fall on him. What I mean by that is this. So when I'm here, this is what I want him to feel the whole time. If he wants space, he's got to push me away. Then I'm just laying into him again. Laying into him again. Laying into him until he gives me the space I need, and there it was. And I'm out. I can't let myself get squared back up in the middle. Like this. I don't want to be here. He can get that other foot in and give me all kinds of problems. I don't want that. I want to be at this angle, driving my shoulder into his midsection, leaning on him, making him support my weight, leaning on him, heavy, 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 chase him down, getting past one leg at a time, heavy. If it takes an hour to pass, it takes an hour to pass. Let's get it done. 1, 2, 3. How many options do we have for getting to the over-under? Infinite. Do we have to be in the knee cut? Not necessarily. You can find yourself here in a bunch of different ways. Okay, there's a bunch of little different makeshift approaches to this. Say, for instance, I'm in kill. Okay, and I'm here. He starts to push me away, and I end up having to gather, and I kind of get to here. I just lose my balance, and I fall backwards. And I'm trying to hold on to his knees. Very easy to happen no-gi, right? Because we don't have the gi to grab to drive our knees in. We wind up here. How easy is it for me to get to kill? Or how easy is it for me to get to over-under? Simple. Here. Here. Up. It's that quick. It's very quick. So because I say we're in this kill position, you got to understand, in no-gi, I can drive my weight into him and kind of keep with him, but as soon as he starts really wanting to create separation, a lot of times I find myself here. Okay, or I may find myself kind of fighting in here like this. Any different number of ways I may find myself. If I split the middle with my body, I can dive to that position. So here's what we're going to do now. It's a little finisher drill. I want you to get it right here, okay? You're going to just dive down, pike up, back down. Hands on the knees, dive down, pike up, back down. Dive down, pike up, back down. We're not being really sweet with them about driving the shoulder because this is a dive. It's not a, you do this live and you go like this and try to get into it like this, you're never going to hit it. This is a literal dive in. Boom. It's that quick. So we're going to dive this side. Up. Put your weight into them and lean and come back down. Notice I'm kind of leaning my hips into them. Boom. Up. I'm leaning my weight into them. Then we're going to move to the other side. Okay? Boom. Leaning that weight into them. Here. Boom. Leaning that weight into them. Okay? Do about 20 reps each side, and we'll finish it out with some light reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We'll do this at speed. Run about half speed, trying to defend this. Okay? So what happens when we lose it? So one of the things that has happened to me consistently over the years, get here, he starts to scoot away, and I get to my over-under. and I get up and down. Got my weight leaning into him, feel pretty good. His whole goal is to escape this foot. So he pushes aggressively and high sides that hip, and his knee starts to come free. So I drop my hip. Now he pulls his knee free, way up here. No, keep it in the middle. Put your knee real high. Yeah, pulls his knee really high. Okay, got 1/2 butterfly. He's trying to turn me over to his left side like this. As he starts to bring me over, watch what we're going to do. I'm going to come over the top of the knee, and I'm going to shuck it down, and I'm going to long step off. Okay? So I'm going to trap it. High side knee. He scoots away. I walk in. Instantly go to my over-under. He scoots and he brings his knee high, pulling it to his chest. High as he can. He's looking to push off of me. As soon as I feel him pushing away and getting long, I'm going to switch my hips. Okay, I'm going to bring my knee up over the top of his knee. Now I'm going to switch my hips and I'm going to long step off. Okay? So it's a hip switch pass, but I'm using the switching of my hips to transfer his knee from one side of my body to the other, and it's kind of a short step. Here, okay? I get into my over-under. He pushes and turns, gets his knee high. He's got me elongated, still pushing. Getting me down low. I'm going to switch my hips. Step over the top of the apex of his knee. Now I'm going to hip switch. And pass. Here. Pushing. I go into my over-under pass. He pushes hard and puts me flat on the mat, pulls his knee. Now before I lose this leg, I'm going to close it all off with a hip switch. I'm going to bring my knee up over the top of his. Now from right here, hip switch. And pass. Nice little clean pass. Mat is yours. 1, 2, 3.